Hey, what's up, guys? This is Anti-Flip trying to bring you guys a sort of tips and tricks video, I guess, to Rust. This video is mainly going to be meant for people playing on Barry's community server. If you're not familiar with Barry's community server, Barry is one of the Yogscast members, and he started his own Rust server probably about a month ago now. And a lot of people have been playing on it. Everybody's been having a lot of fun. It's a little bit of a different server from your classic, just PUBG server. Everyone just running around trying to kill each other and trying to fucking gather loot, all that good shit. It's a server that's supposed to be focused more on RP and, building a bunch of villages, building towns, making relationships, all that good stuff. And, it's supposed to be focused a lot on the different YouTubers like the Yogscast and others that play on the server, so that way they can make good footage and make good videos and stuff. Not just of raids and killing each other, but of a lot of cool builds, a lot of cool villages and stuff that's built and stuff like that. And yeah, it's been pretty fun. Um, Lately, a lot of people have been, they've had a lot of issues with the server. I know Barry himself barely gets time to play because every time he logs on, he's dealing with one other issue or another. And it feels bad because he put a lot of time into making the server and everything else, and some people ruin it for others, and some people would say I'm one of the people who ruin it, but I'm just playing the game how I figure I want to play it, so I don't see the harm in that. But one of the more recent issues people have been coming across is people's bases being raided constantly, constantly. Um, People build these bases, and just like as soon as they log off, if they feel like it gets raided, because they'll leave for like 2 hours and come back and their base is either completely destroyed or it has a giant hole in it and everything they had is gone. And it's you know a lot of times it's preventable. It's not always like, oh, these assholes, the whole community's shit, blah blah blah. A lot of times it's preventable, and if you aren't don't know what you're doing when you're building a base, you're just leaving yourself open to get raided and stuff like that. And I know there's a million YouTube videos out there for Rust on how to build this and how to build that. And, other people probably can do a video better, but some of the videos are outdated. Um, and even though a lot of the stuff applies, some of the stuff doesn't, and people still use outdated videos and information to try to build their bases, and it sometimes screws them over. So I'm just kind of going over a lot of the basics just for building in this video. I might submit a second video where I go over some of the more basic tips about Rust in general. But yeah, if you watch this video at all, try to keep it pretty short, and you listen to everything I say, you shouldn't have as much of a problem with people breaking into your bases as you do currently if you're one of the people that's been raided over and over and such. So, alright, first off, I'm on a Bob the Builder server. That's why it looks a little awkward. It has the whole HUD set up. It has a map in the top left, which I know a lot of people haven't even seen before. Um, it has kits that I can just spawn in a bunch of resources to build whatever I like. If you look around, you see these massive towers, completely armored and all that stuff. So it's just a server where people can just build whatever they want. So I'm not hacking or anything crazy like that. I am only on this server for the video purpose. Um, all right. So what I've done here is I have laid out foundations and walls of all the different material types that you can build from in the game. Okay. Um, if you notice, they go in a sequence from the weakest to strongest, all the way from twig up to armored, and it does it twice. And the walls look different from the left to the right. All right. This may seem very basic, but a lot of people still don't know. So the walls on this side, these 5 walls here I'm looking at, all these walls are facing quote unquote the wrong way. What I mean by this is if this is supposed to be the outside of the wall, these walls are facing the wrong way. Now what this means is when somebody comes over with a pickaxe and starts hitting the wall, say, let me show you. If I was to sit here with a pickaxe and start hitting a wall, is that 4 damage? 4 damage. 4 damage. Okay, that's on a wooden wall. If I was to go over to this other wooden wall and start pickaxing, none. None. One damage. So 3 hits to do 1 damage, or 4 damage for every single hit. Both wood walls, but one of them is facing the right way and one of them is facing the wrong way. This is this is legitimately a common thing that people mess up when building bases so often, so often. And it literally can take a great base design and have one wall facing the wrong way, and now you might as well just start building a new base because somebody's going to come in and pickaxe through your wall and just walk right inside. This goes the same for all the materials. In stone, 1 damage a hit. But if I go over to the other stone wall that's facing the right way, with the outside facing outside, nothing. 3 hits, 4 hits, 5 hits, 6 hits, 7 hits, 8 hits. You can pretty much get the idea. It's not doing anything. Alright, so building your walls facing the wrong way can legitimately make your base just not only easy to raid, but people are going to raid them because they're going to assume, okay, if you don't even know how to build, that means you also made a bunch of mistakes on the inside of your base, so your base is going to be very easy to raid. So they're just going to go ahead and walk in, take whatever they like, and they're going to leave. And this causes frustration for a lot of newer players, and it's understandable. It's part of the game, but I understand the frustration, and you know, this is a lot of information that you want to soak in to try to make sure when you're building your base that your walls are facing the right way. Some of the materials, mostly just armored. It's a little harder to tell which way is the inside and which way is the outside because they look pretty similar. But the inside of an armored wall has the 2 support beams going across it. Mostly that's the way you can tell between a lot of them. The inside of the sheet metal also has support beams, so this should be facing the inside, and this flat sheet metal material should be facing the outside. The logs, or wood, I'm sorry. The log cabin look should be facing the outside for everyone to see in all its glory, and this nice, smooth, flat planks of wood should be facing the inside of your base. And for twig material, there is a support beam on the inside of twig, but honestly, like, 1 hit, 5 damage, and if I go over to the right side of a twig wall, it does take a lot more swings, but twig is not a material that you want to leave your base as anyway. And that's another thing, for people playing on the server. I understand Barry's server is supposed to be RP, and I understand, you know, everyone's supposed to be friendly and stuff like that, but even though it is an RP server, like, people are still going to try to kill you. People are still going to try to take your stuff, because in the end, the building and everything, it gets stale. No matter who you are, no matter what happens, the building gets stale. You know what I mean? This is what separates this game from Minecraft, is that it's not just a building simulator. Like, the building is great, and building great cities and all this other stuff, that's awesome, that's great. But you still end up building for defense, and you end up building for people to attack you and everything else. So if nobody else is going to do it, then it just gets stale. So it's going to happen. And you should build as if you're expecting people to come by at any moment and take all your shit. What I mean by this is, don't sit there and spend an hour building your entire structure out of twigs, and then, okay, now I'm going to go out and farm stone for 3 hours and get all the materials to upgrade everything to stone. No, don't do that. Like, farm stone and farm wood at the same pace. Farm them together and upgrade your building completely slowly. If you want to leave some unimportant stuff as twig and be like, okay, if that gets knocked down, no big deal, I'll upgrade it later, that's fine. But don't spend hours building your entire structure out of twigs to be like, alright, now this is perfect. I'm going to log off, or I'm going to go farm for another hour away from my base, and somebody's going to come by and knock it down, and I'm going to get pissed. I'm sorry, you're just asking for it. And I don't think anyone wants that per se, but people are looking for it. And the people I play with are no exception. If we come across a base that's completely made out of twig, but it seems like it has a lot of resources inside, we're going to go take a look. We won't destroy the entire base by any means, we're just going to go inside and look for the loot, but it's other people have different agendas. So just don't leave yourself open to get, you know, butthurt and to get disappointed. You know what I mean? Even though the server's supposed to be for the community and everyone's supposed to be nice, people aren't always that way. Alright guys, this is one of the most basic building videos I can come up with. It's legitimately just been about this one simple mechanic as far as building your walls the right way, but it's been one of the things that's mainly been plaguing me on Barry's server, where, I mean, honestly, it's led to me and the orcs getting a lot of good loot because people don't know how to build. But I know it affects other players the wrong way, and it makes them salty and it makes them not want to play anymore. And that's not the result we're looking for. We don't want people to get upset and butthurt that they can't build a good base and stuff like that, or it keeps getting raided because of this or that. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I detached the rest of the audio from here just to record over, but I hope this video helps at least a couple people. Maybe it helps a lot of people. Maybe it helps nobody. I'm not sure. But if it helped anybody, just by all means let me know. I really want Barry's server to continue. I think it's been a good experience for everyone. It's a good way to at least, get a feel for the way Rust works and how everything plays out. And if anybody has any ideas for any type of tutorial video that they'd like me to do, I would definitely be happy to do it. I'm trying to at least put some different content out there as far as what my YouTube videos are. They've mostly been Rust videos so far, but I'd like to put out some good stuff that'll help people out, especially on Barry's server because the community is awesome. And I think a lot of the people that are playing literally just need a couple tips and tricks to help them survive in the world of Rust and then maybe start taking the fight back against all the assholes such as myself. So, like I said, if you guys have any ideas, I appreciate it. And thanks for watching.